This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Settles under it. The senior makes the catch. Perfection. The Shenango, again, are your Class 2A state champions.
Force out the third, and that will do it. Mohawk is your 3A softball champions.
Buzzer's going to sound. Union repeats as the Class 1A WPIAL champions.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
The sideline getting by one defender, and he's going to go all the way by Harrison. Harrison on the ground finds Blundo. Blundo rolls it in, up and good for two.
Shallow right field, giving a run, and a sliding catch made.
Down to 6 on the play clock. Here's Snap in the hold. The kick is up. The kick is long enough. It is good!
That's fly ball deep right field. Get out of here!
Hope running for his life. Throws it up for grab. There's a man open.
Touchdown.
No way!
Ripped away from him. Right back to Stanley from the seat of his pants, and he throws it off the window and in.
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Coming to you live from Bill McNeese Gymnasium. It's high school basketball here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. As tonight's a Christmas time finish up in the section play before we get to the holiday break. The Shenango Wildcats hosting the Laurel Spartans in Section 4, Class 2A. Tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by MVP Insurance, by Maley Chiropractic, by Penn Ohio Bottled Water, by the Red Zone, by the Newcastle Transit Authority, by Gem Builders and Creative Edge, by Medora Bonner Law, by Ponch's Insurance, the Crane Room Grill, Works in Progress Paint Services, the City Rescue Mission, the Tri-County Principals Association, the Laurel and Shenango Teachers Associations, and the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. Packed house for this county rivalry, the Wildcats and the Spartans here about to do battle. The Spartans coming in for Laurel, winless in section play, 4-4 overall. Shenango 1-1 in the section, 2-4 overall. I'm James Dotson alongside Tim Continenza. Let us be the first to wish you a happy holiday season and a happy end to 2024. Tim Continenza, it's been a fantastic calendar year coming to a wrap-up. All those schools are going to have their own holiday tournament stuff coming on, but this is the final section night of the 2024 calendar year, and you can't ask for much more. I got here when the JV game tipped, and I got the last parking spot in front of the school. It is a packed house. There's a lot standing out in the lobby still waiting to come in. This is exactly why we love Lawrence County basketball.
It certainly is, and I got it in here a few minutes after you did, and I had to park on the side parking lot, which is okay. I could use the walk. But most importantly, it's two schools here competing here tonight, in session play and in 3A. So we'll see exactly how, each team kind of reacts to each other early in the ball game. I think both of them want to get established early. We'll see which one maybe can get ahead and establish their offense and defense in the first 4 minutes of play.
Let's take a quick timeout. We'll come back. We'll get ready and preview this one and get a chance to talk with both head coaches here as well. Shenango and Laurel tip-off coming about 15 minutes from now here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
Congratulations to our November LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Wilmington football as the November LCAP Team of the Month after winning the District 10 football championship for the first time since 2020. Congratulations to Coach Brandon Fillion and the Wilmington football team, our November LCAP Team of the Month. Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Mohawk distance runner Jackson Shaydale as the November Red Zone Athlete of the Month for winning his second straight PIAA Cross Country Championship. Jackson also qualified for the Nike Cross Country National Championship this month. Congratulations and best of luck to Mohawk's Jackson Shaydale, the November Red Zone Athlete of the Month.
Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
Shenango hosting Laurel tonight on Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Let's take a look real quick at the section standings here in Section 4, Class 2A. Union and Neshannock, two county schools 2-0 to start their section play. Our Lady of the Sacred Heart, Southside, Rochester, and Shenango all splitting their opening games. Laurel still looking for their first section win with Western Beaver. But when you look at it, Laurel, their two losses in section play coming at the hands of Union and Olsh, two of the top three in the section standings. Really, this game tonight, I think, crucial for both teams. For Shenango to, if you get to 2-1, you're right in the thick of things to keep in stride for definitely still first, but for sure second and third in the section. Laurel, you don't want to start 0-3 in section play. So yeah, three tough opponents to start the year, but you got to get one of these three really to have a good shot at making a postseason run.
Yeah, there's no question about that. I think this is really, if you had to say it, a little bit more important for Laurel because they're still looking for their first win in the section play, but Shenango, this is an opportunity for them to kind of establish themselves to get that second win in the conference play and see what they can do. I mean, obviously we know the scoring with Joe Campolio and everything he can bring, but they're going to need some help besides Joe, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the Spartans here play tonight. They got some changes in the lineup. It's more to kind of lengthen their lineup versus more than a change in a sense to see how it all works out. So I'm really kind of curious to see how that all works out as Seth Gilmore will be in the starting lineup here tonight for them for the first time this year.
Yeah, a little bit of a change there, get a little bit more guard play, but both these teams have a lot of height, but they use it in different ways. Shenango will spread the floor. Even though they got a couple 6'5" guys who'll be in and out of the lineup, they're almost kind of like a hybrid or like a professional guard. It's more of a guard than a forward, I guess is the better way to put it.
It's kind of positionless basketball in a lot of ways. They're going to they want to swing it around and they want to be able to use the baseline and drive. They also like to kick it out. Obviously, they have some shooters. So if they can find their stroke from outside, they're going to take advantage of it. And in high school basketball and all basketball now, that three-point line becomes such a crucial part of your offense.
Let's take a quick timeout. We'll come back. We'll have our Axe interviewers with both Coach Ches of Shenango and Coach Locke of Laurel when we return. Spartans, Wildcats on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Cold winds blowing, temperatures dropping, and snow is beginning to fall. And then your furnace goes out. LCAP's LIHEAP Crisis Program is here to help. If your furnace is blowing cold air, not turning on, or not reaching the desired temperature, help is right around the corner, whether it needs fixed or replaced. For information, call the Department of Healthy Homes at 724-656-0090. LCAP's Healthy Home programs are the key to safer living.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game. Back here on the pregame show, get a chance to talk with Laurel head coach Ken Locke. And Coach, a good start to the year, a couple wins early, section play, a bit of a struggle, especially on the offensive end. Just talk about, though, in the first 8 games of the year, what are the things that you've liked that you've seen from your team so far?
Honestly, just the physicality, the way we play hard every night. They've done everything we've asked them to do. It's just been a matter of getting used to each other. Obviously, we got some different guys than we're used to. But other than that, kind of satisfied. We started off with some tough section opponents, and felt like we had opportunities, but we just, we got to limit the turnovers. That's been our big thing, just making some mistakes with the basketball. If we could do that, we feel like we could compete with anybody, but we got to take care of the basketball.
The offense has struggled beyond, obviously, the turnovers. What's something you want to see a little bit different in terms of getting a few more points on the board compared to your first couple section games?
Yeah, honestly, I think it comes back to turnovers again. When other teams, are getting 20 shots more a game than you, the percentages aren't in your favor. So, just getting any offense sometimes taking some poor shots in the turnovers and getting better shots and more shots in the game will certainly help us out.
Just final question for you, Coach. We talked about your big team, but you got a versatile team. Just talk about what you look to do tonight. What's going to be a key against a pretty tall opponent in Shenango here tonight as well?
Yeah, I think size-wise we match up fine. Again, the keys for me, I hate to keep harping, but let's take care of the basketball. If we take care of the basketball, then we feel like we have a decent shot tonight.
Easy enough, Coach. Appreciate it, and happy holidays.
Thanks, you too.
There's your Axe pregame interview. We'll take a quick break. Be back. The pregame show continues here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my Axe driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Madure and David Verratti want to provide you with a level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenopal or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Back here in the Lawrence County SportsNet, act interview time here. Get a chance to talk with Brian Ches of the Shenango Wildcats. Coach, hey, we've already talked about a bunch of firsts. First game, first win. Now it's your first section home game to start the year. Getting some flashbacks from, 14, 15 years ago yet?
Yeah, it's been a while, but yeah, just excited here for the kids. Get a home section game with a rival. We've got all these local teams in the section now. Laurel's been in it for a while, so we've kept that rivalry, so it's good to have that here tonight.
Yeah, talk about, we've chatted a bunch of times about this senior class. You've been with them for so long, junior high coach and all the way up. Just, talk about them and what it's like now being as the head man with them.
Yeah, it's fun, I've been with these kids for a while, coach them in golf too, so, these guys built a pretty big relationship with them, and, coach them every day here, and each night with these rivalry games is fun. Try to get the most out of them and, come out with a win.
22 points in the first quarter on Tuesday night, but only 24 the rest of the game. What was the big difference? What fueled the quick start for you?
Shannon definitely made some adjustments against the zone. I think we got some good looks. They just didn't fall. Some stuff, in and out. But definitely the zone adjustment, and definitely they paid a little more attention to Camp Holy, and I think that was a little bit of cause. But some guys got to step up, and I think they're ready for it.
One final question, a big key tonight to be successful against Laurel this evening?
We're going to need a full team performance. Full team, we need everyone. Defend, number one. We got to set the tone early. Laurel's going to come out, play hard. They're going to give everything they got. So we let them, dictate how we play. It's going to be tough for us. They're big, they're strong. We got to dictate it with our defense. Our defense is our MO. If we don't start with that, it could be a tough night for us. But I trust in our guys. We've really built on our defense, and I think they're ready for the call tonight.
Good stuff, Coach. Appreciate it. Happy holidays.
Thanks, James.
Yeah. And now we pause to the playing of our national anthem here at Shenango High School. Mr. Butchie and the Shenango Wildcat Marching Band, pep band here tonight. Tim Continenza, it is a packed house. You got the pep band in step. The holiday break has begun for all the students in Lawrence County, but still one final game here to be played tonight. Real quick, something big you saw from those two interviews.
Well, I think most important thing you've seen is a coach looking for some answers in Laurel and just wants to, find a way to get some shots made and in ways to get in. And I think Shenango was more of the same. It was just like we got to find the right combination of players that work best to complement each other and not have any down parts. That kind of what they had against Neshannock last Tuesday night.
There's your starting lineups brought to you by the Crane Room Grill, Santini, Iorio, Shearer, Fuchs, and Gilmore for the Spartans. Now we'll turn it over to the PA announcer. Mr. Bruno's got it here for the starting lineups for the Shenango Wildcats. There's your Crane Room starting lineups. Specials every night at the Crane Room. And probably the stopping spot after tonight for us. Your officials tonight, by the way, Joe Nugent, Mo Bailey, and Bobby Kerr. Real quick, your works in progress keys to the game. I think it was pretty obvious what Coach Locke wanted. No turnovers. No turnovers. And, by the way, no turnovers for sure. But I think it's going to be really interesting seeing Mason Ernst coming in Ernst off of the bench. And for dessert, how about not a Oreo Martini, but an Iorio Santini.
There you go.
On the other side for Shenango, Campoli's going to get points. George's going to get points. Can they get a third consistent scorer out there on the court tonight for the Cats? I think that's going to be the big key for them. Opening tip controlled by the home team, the Shenango Wildcats, and we are underway here at Bill McNeese Gymnasium. Braden George quickly right pass down low to Bruce. He's unable to hang on to it. That's the last touch, though, by the Spartans. Out of bounds.
I was going to say Lucas Santini got it in his hands, got into the passing zone. He was able to disrupt that pass into the lane.
Inbounds pass to Proctor. Drives in, kicks it back out to Bruce. Bruce. Campoli, a deep three, and starts off hot like he did on Tuesday night against Neshannock. He had the first 10 against the Lancers. That was almost a volleyball line three there, and a quick answer in transition for Santini.
That's what both teams want to do. They want to be able to establish these two players. See what they can come up with in here in the first quarter.
Well, both teams getting into the press quickly, trying to up the pace, but miss another pass, means Joey Campoli hits back-to-back trays. We are off and running in a big way. I think we got more points in the first 30 seconds of tonight's game than you saw in the entire first half last night there, Tim.
Yeah, it was a interesting game last night, to say the least. But more importantly here, I like how they're driving to the lane here, trying to get inside here for the Spartans.
Yeah, Shearer, good drive, but a little bit off balance. And in transition, running out in front, Braden George gets the easy lay-in. Wildcats shooting hot early, making their first 3 shots in the game. 8-2, minute and a half in. Iorio, the leading scorer for the Spartans, averaging just shy of 13 per game, but is held low on the score total in those 2 section games. Good half-court defense here from Shenango. They'll pull it back out. Gilmore, the sophomore, swings it over to Shearer. Body went flying in the middle there. It was Gilmore, slow to get to his feet, and then we're going to get a whistle and a foul on the edge as trying to get to the hole was Aiden Fuchs. Going to be tripped up. First foul of the game is going to go against Jackson Proctor.
Yeah, Proctor is a guy that he has size, but he's not really a pivot size guy. More of a wing.
There's a turnover. Getting it right back, though, is Tyler Shearer. Good quick hands to steal it for a live ball turnover right back. And as soon as I say that, Braden George makes the return steal.
Oh, and then a third steal.
And they're going to get a steal and a foul as this one's stolen by Santini. So both teams good at holding the ball for the first 2 minutes, and then 4 turnovers in the span of about, 5 seconds.
Yeah, literally.
That was, I think, what both coaches kind of alluded to, of you got to avoid those.
Yeah, protecting the ball when you're moving up court, seeing the player that you want to pass to, making quality passes where they're going to be able to handle the ball is really where both teams right now are struggling with.
Vern Sipe into the game, as is Mason Ernst. So 2 quick subs into the game for the Spartans. Left open, Santini for 3, back iron, no good. Coming the other way, Santini nearly poked it away there from George. Return pass right back to him. George for 3, not my net. 11-2, just like that. And
yeah, this is very reminiscent of Tuesday night. They got off to a really hot start, able to hit from the outside.
Talk about hitting from the outside. Mason Ernst, that's just his 4th three-pointer of the year, but one that they needed. And we talked about it. Maybe coming off the bench is something a little bit different to get in the flow.
Yeah, and it just kind of try to extend that lineup a little bit, get a 6th and 7th player involved.
And also getting a little guard help.
A nice steal again.
This time Iorio getting the hands on it there, Tim. And Laurel definitely has size as well as Santini goes to the hole and blocked by Gavin Bruce, 6'2 senior, one of the 8 seniors on this Shenango team. Wild shot there, good defensive position by Ernst, and a rebound coming down for Vern Sipe. I believe that's the first rebound of the game for either team.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Not many missed shots.
No, and a lot of turnovers early.
Top of the key 3, just short there for Sipe. I mentioned 8 seniors here for Shenango, most of which played back in middle school under Coach Ches and worked their way up. Talking about working their way up. We talked about Braden George. He needed to be that secondary scorer. He's been consistent, 8 points per game in every game except one. He's got 8 already in the first quarter. Iorio off the mark on that 3 ball. Dribbled, though, unfortunate for Shenango, losing the ball right to Gilmore, who couldn't get the layup, but he will get a chance to go to the line. Unfortunate for Bruce. He got the rebound, then dribbled it off of a defender's foot.
Gilmore made a nice play, got the ball, made the steal, went to the line, just laid it up short, but was there to get his own rebound, went back up and got fouled. So it's just a process now of converting here at the line. That's what I think both these two teams are going to need to try to find a way. Get to the line, get 2 shots, try to score, with nobody in front of you.
That was one of the keys we had for Laurel, was to get to the line for 2 reasons. They've only averaged about 6 free throw attempts per game. That's just not nearly enough. On the other end, think about how frequently they were able to get to the line. Neshannock was on Tuesday night against this Shenango team. Thing is, though, you get to the line, you got to make them, and misfiring on both of them that time was Gilmore.
Yeah.
Jason Williams into the game for Shenango with a 9-point advantage. Also in there is Drew Proctor. He's left alone. He tries for a 3. It's short.
And that's what I'm talking about, being more of the 6'5" wing guy. They were outside taking the big shot there was Drew.
Yeah, Drew and Jackson, senior twins, both listed at 6'5". Coach Ches saying that Jackson maybe a little bit of a better dribbler. The only reason why you might see him in the starting lineup more than Drew so far. But they're very similar in the way that they play. There's a drive and a kick. 3-ball back iron, no good for Vern Sipe. So after making the first 3, misfiring on the last 3, and then we're going to have a whistle and a steal. But what do we have?
Did we get a hand in the face there type scenario? A foul? I'm not sure. Or did we get a timeout? Might have been an inverted whistle there.
So I think it was a steal, but they saw the shot to the head. I think they just playing it safe, which is unfortunate because Laurel basically had one of those live ball turnover scenarios that they had a chance to do what Olsh did so well to them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That is 5 Shenango turnovers, though, in the first 5 minutes of play. Only 2 for Laurel, so they're winning the turnover battle, but they're trailing by 9. Good rip through there by Iorio. He drives in, fakes the pass, puts it up. Soft roll up and in. Mark that down as an early Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game nomination. And a steal there, half court. Can Santini stay in bounds? He cannot.
Yeah, Jaden Oreo is a player that we've seen in the last few years. He needs to be more out front for the Spartan teams. I mean, he averages close to 13 points a game. It's going to be really important for him to be a leader here on the offensive side of the ball.
Ball poked away out of bounds. It will stay with Shenango. Active hands for this Laurel team. If there's one thing we've seen in 13 years of Coach Locke's tenure, his players will literally run through the wall for him, and that's what we've seen in the first 5 minutes tonight, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is a player who just came in for Shenango that I know Coach really likes when you have a guy in Tegan Russo at 5'5", but mixing in with the big guys. Pass, though, was intercepted. 6th turnover of the game. Shot short and out of bounds. Possession back over to the Cats.
Yeah, Gilmore got his hands in the passing lane, made the thing, came down, dished the ball out, but unfortunately not a really good-looking shot there by Shear, and led to Shenango getting the ball back.
Little Cam? Yeah. 14-7 your score after a fast-paced opening couple of minutes. Scoring calmed down slightly. Good pass down low on the block. Nice move. Open for three is Russo. He drains the 5th three of the opening quarter for Shenango.
Yeah, Tegan Russo, a 5'5" guard, coming off the bench, giving some important minutes and opportunity of scoring for Shenango.
Haven't seen shooting like this at McNeese Gymnasium probably since Coach Ches was a senior back in 2008. And good anticipation and a steal for Braden George on the breakout. His shot is going to go up and in, and one.
How about Braden George in the first quarter getting 10 points already, looking for 11 at the line, and a nice run into the lane on the right side. Kind of got up in the air and let him get fouled and was able to get the ball just over the rim and in.
George in double figures and rattles on the free throw to match his season average, 11 points of the team's 20 in the opening quarter. Ertz in transition couldn't get a handle on it. Because of that, Proctor was able to swat it off the wall. Iorio, tough time getting it inbound and barely into the front court.
Whoa.
Really close to putting the toe on that center
line,
strike with Santini. Gilmore, pocket picked by Jason Williams.
Another quick hands here for Shenango.
They're going to look to set up the offense with $1:20 remaining in the opening frame. Proctor comes near side. We're going to have a moving screen called against Shenango. It's going to go against Williams, your Medora Bonner Law. Change in possession there. Make sure you protect your possessions with a local firm with Medora Bonner Law.
And neither team really in any type of foul trouble here in the quarter.
Now it is the team's 4th actually. Now that
now look at it.
It's a quiet 4 when you think about it. Shenango go a little 2-2-1 zone pressure. Nice pass in the middle to get it to Ernst. Over the Santini. Looks to drive down low on the block, trying to post up. Size advantage and taking advantage is Tyler Fuchs right off the bench. Recognizing the difference in the size down there, being guarded there by the 5'7" Jason Williams.
Yeah, you got to take advantage of mismatches, and that's exactly what you need to do.
That's what Coach Locke talked about. This team is big for Laurel, but they can play in different positions, whether it be as a true post or as a wing. That three-pointer off the mark, and then we're going to have a ball knocked out of bounds. It's going to be last off the knee of Jason Williams. It will stay with the Spartans.
With that rebound.
Yeah.
And again, that's what you're talking about, taking advantage of positioning and being able to go up high and get that bound. Laurel trying to cut into a big shooting lead here from Shenango, who's just been hot from outside.
40 seconds remaining. Santini needs to get across the timeline, just barely does before the 10-second count. Over to Tyler Fuchs. He's pickpocketed by Williams. Ball on the floor, and they're going to have a whistle and a timeout called. Yeah. Coach Ches getting the timeout from the bench to save the turnover. Pontius Insurance timeout. Make sure you take a timeout and save money on your insurance with a local agent at Pontius Insurance. 20-9 after a red-hot start for the blue and gold.
Yeah, I tell you what, I mean, when you're shooting that well from outside and you're getting multiple players doing it, you got Campoli with 2 threes, you have Braden George with 3, no, with 2, excuse me, and then you got Russo with a single in it. It's just, I mean, that's exactly what, you know, they were able to show on Tuesday night in that first quarter. They got to really now close out this quarter defensively and make sure they were able, or actually offensively, and see if they can add on and then be able to build in the second quarter.
5 of 7 from downtown in the first frame here. Score 20-9. Credit to Laurel, they've stayed in it, but those turnovers, though, again, have started to creep in. They had the lead in terms of turnovers early, but now have given up 3 straight. 15 seconds remaining. Santini tries to poke it away from behind and does, but it goes out of bounds with 14 seconds remaining. Inbounds right to the block. Campoli works his way in, and he's going to draw a foul against Fuchs. That'll be his first, team second, and 2 free throws coming for Joe Campoli.
It's a nice play, working down inside and take advantage of a mismatch. Go up strong, get the foul, head to the line, see what you can do.
He's a 68% free throw shooter on the year, but misfires on his first attempt. 66% as a team for Shenango, 57 for Laurel. Both coaches not exactly thrilled with those numbers. Second one rattles home to split the pair. Campoli now with 7 here in the opening frame. 10 seconds remaining for the Spartans. Shearer, tough time even getting across the timeline, lost his dribble, able to get it to Santini across the timeline. Will they get a shot off in time at the buzzer? Good if it goes, but it's short from Fuchs, and that's how the first quarter comes to an end. Cats red hot again, 21-9 at the end of 1. We'll take a break, be back in a moment. It's the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
Quarter number 2 coming your way, 21-9. Shenango with the advantage. 11 from Braden George and 7 from Joe Campoli in the opening frame. And a steal right off the bat as well. Campoli able to find Gavin Bruce, and he'll get his first points of the night. Great way to start quarter number 2.
That's what they needed to get that quick steal. They needed to establish themselves in the second quarter. They were unable to do it against the Shannock. After they had the big 22-point outburst against the Lancers. Let's see what they can pile it on here with the 21-point output they had in the first quarter tonight.
Gilmore's 3 is short, no good, and the steal coming right back, though, for Laurel. Stolen right back away by George will lead to another outlet and an easy layup. Back-to-back buckets for Gavin Bruce. Timeout called by Coach Ken Locke. We'll take a quick timeout here as well. 25-9, Cats running up and down the court on the Lawrence County SportsNet. Yeah, we'll keep it right here. It is a 30-second timeout. My apologies there. Gives us a chance to remind you, though, Penn Ohio Bottled Water, thanks to Coach Ches. He's keeping our podcast healthy. He's keeping it in motion. That's what we love about him. Big thanks to him. He is the owner of Penn Ohio Bottled Water. And you can check out our podcast. We'll have a special podcast here over the holiday break coming up. We'll also dissect at the halftime, Tim, where all these teams are going to be playing in their respective holiday tournaments, because there are going to be plenty of them.
Yeah.
I think everybody except Newcastle girls are in a tournament somewhere.
Well, it's great to see everyone getting involved in these tournaments, because it's a great opportunity to play outside the conference, kind of challenge yourself, and kind of just enjoy the break in a different way. Right now, it's the active hands for Shenango defensively. Has just been the dominating thing. There's a kick there, knocking the ball out of bounds. He'll stay with the Spartans. But, James, I think right now, if you're Coach Shevs, you got to be just thrilled with the way defensively you're challenging every pass.
Oh, absolutely. And I think for Coach Locke, you're happy in the fact you're making the right decisions for the most part, but they're just a split second late. Like that pass down low was open, but just was not able to be executed. And that was the message from Coach that I got was execution. Speaking of execution, long two for Sam Patton, as he's the 5th player in the scorebook for Shenango. Gilmore responds with a 2 on the other end.
Yeah, Seth Gilmore is someone that they're hoping to see a little bit more offense, averaging about 3 points a game. That's his first points of tonight's contest.
Yeah, Gilmore, Coach said, has played a really good game against Olsh. Didn't show up huge on the scoring numbers necessarily. It's not like he put up a 20-pointer or anything like that, but just did a lot of little things and just liked a little bit of a different look, again, to go a more guard-oriented sort of setup, as they are right now with Sipe and Santini out there with them. Santini now between the circles. The Wildcat Wackos in the Christmas attire, very fitting. Step inside the arc, 15-foot jumper, Mason Ernst, nothing but net.
Yeah, it's be interesting to see what the Ernst and Gilmore combination can do for them.
Trying to answer, but too strong as Sam Patton on the 3 ball. How about that? Fighting in the lane for the putback for Campoli up and in.
Yeah, just great positioning. Campoli down low, able to get that offensive board, put it right back in.
Mr. Augustine, big fan of that rebound and putback as well. Outlet pass is going to go out of bounds for a turnover, 29-13. Partially because of the red-hot shooting in that first quarter. Again, 5 of 7 from downtown in the first quarter for the Cats.
Right now, if you're a Spartan, you just want to get into your flow of your offense. You've been able to get some open shots. You just got to knock them down.
Drive in, good defense there from Shenango, good help, and then left open is Vern Sipe, top of the key. Too strong, no good. And Laurel with the shooting woes now. They made their first 3-pointer of the game, but now they've misfired on their last 6. Left open, there's the sharpshooter, the freshman, his second 3-pointer of the opening quarter, and another timeout called by Coach Locke.
Yeah, Tegan might be small, but you leave him open and an open look like that, he's going to have a chance to knock it down here for the Wildcats. They did it there. And they're just going to continue to pile it on here in the second quarter, something that they're looking to do.
Keep it right here. Remind you, coming up after the game, we'll announce our MVP Insurance MVP of the game. Call MVP for the win. Get in the game with home, auto, term life, or liability insurance, and more. And while I'm thinking about it, nominations are officially open for your December LCAP Team of the Month and your Red Zone Athlete of the Month. Go on to lcsportsnet.com/awards to see the full list of all of the award winners this year and to put in your nomination for your December team and athletes of the month. A couple nominations I would have to think of just looking at the basketball teams. The Union girls are still undefeated. How about the Wilmington boys team?
I was going to say, yeah.
Broke a 35-game losing streak and then have started the year 5-0. The big shout out to Coach Marmo. Speaking of Coach Marmo, shameless plug here, Penn State football alum. I'm not sure if he's driving up to Happy Valley tomorrow, but our producer Matt Flannery and I will be making the early drive out to Happy Valley.
I hope it's a happy time for both of you.
Depends how many hand warmers we have packed.
Should be a great game.
Penn State, SMU, the first game tomorrow. The first game of the college football playoffs tonight, Notre Dame and Indiana. Pass down low from Ernst off the leg of Proctor, but no kicking motion, so this is a legal steal. Losing it coming down low, though, was Campoli. Stole it back, but I think he got a piece of the face.
Yeah, got some of the arm in that action there. But again, you got to love the way the Wildcats are challenging every pass. That is something that they talked about in the pregame, something that Coach Shevs has mentioned, that they have to be able to, really challenged defensively to create that offense. So far tonight, they've been able to do that.
Sipe gets the inbounds pass, number 5, with 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Gets double teamed across half court, able to get the pass off, still loose. Diving on the floor, taking Russo, able to grab it, but that's going to be a held ball possession. Are they going to say that they're going to see
travel?
No, I think they're going to see. Coach Ches was trying to get a timeout for the bench. I think they're going to see if he got that timeout again before the held ball.
They're going to give the timeout.
They are going to give him the timeout. So timeout call by Shenango. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout as well here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
Up and down we go, up and down the court. And right now, we said it during the break, Shenango looks more like the Laurel team in terms of all over the floor. Laurel being out-hustled in this first half so far, it feels like, Tim.
Yeah, it really does. It just seems like indecision is what really is hurting the Spartans right now, as they seem like they know what they want to do, but as you mentioned, maybe just a tick slow on it and not reacting to opportunities. And in that process, it's been really difficult on the offensive side of the ball.
Sipe looks to drive against Russo. Swings it over to Iorio. Iorio hands it back off. Santini for 3. Hasn't had much open space. That shot is short and no good as well. Stealing it back is Iorio, but he just turned the ankle.
I got to give him credit, man. He's seen the open seat and went right for it. But, yeah, I think he rolled it as he meant in for the steal.
I didn't see if he landed on somebody's foot or if he just kind of, as he went to turn, if it just went on him. And that's not what you need. Your leading scorer will be on the bench, at least for a moment, to catch his breath. And he shoos the trainer away. Give him credit for that. He says, I'm okay. Just give me a second. They saved the ball and got the turnover out of it, which is even more impressive. But though Laurel turns it right back over, and Campoli doesn't go in, gets the putback, no good. Rips it away again. I got him for 4 offensive rebounds already. Little man for 3, why not?
Why not?
Tegan Russo, unreal. 3 for 3 from downtown. Now 9 3-pointers on the year. Little man making a big name for himself.
Yeah, taking advantage of minutes that he gets in the JV game to show what he can do, and is now getting opportunities here at the varsity level.
I thought he might pull up right there, but a good heads-up play just to find a cutter. A shot, though, from Gavin Bruce off the mark. Spartans find themselves down by 22. Drive in, nice bounce pass, little floater from Gilmore, though, can't get it to go. That's a couple of easy looks for Gilmore that just have not fallen.
That has been part of the story tonight, is they have had some looks. They just have not fallen for in any way here on a consistent basis for the Spartans.
As you can see, Iorio now is getting retaped, it looks like, on that right ankle. Senior on the bench watching as Braden George, one of the 8 seniors for Shenango, able to drive in. His first points in the quarter, game high 13 points now.
There's that indecision again that we were talking about. Just not knowing what they want to do once they have the ball in their hands.
There's a 10-0 Shenango run and now a steal as well. Williams, bounce pass over the Campoli, drop, step up and in. And another timeout's going to be called by Coach Locke, just trying to stop the bleeding for a moment. Let's take another timeout here ourselves. It's a full timeout. We'll take 30 on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
Braden George 13, Joe Campoli 11. Those two scorers you expect to be lighting up the scoreboard for Shenango. How about Tegan Russo, though, with now 9 off the bench on 3 for 3 from downtown?
You know, we were talking about that prior to the game. Shenango looking for someone else to contribute, and they're getting it off the bench from Tegan Russo with 3 trays.
No shot foul before, and it's going to be a block, as not establishing the position was Gavin Bruce down low. That's his second. Team's second of the quarter. Again, as a reminder, we'll keep reminding you until we need to not be reminded ourselves that they reset to the fouls every quarter. Second year with the new system. That pass out of bounds, and it was going to be last touched by Aiden Fuchs. 11 turnovers apiece. Sloppy at times, though the Shenango scoreline kind of counteracts that.
Yeah, it's, right now the turnovers for the Spartans are just really making it difficult for them to get any type of offense going. You know, just so inconsistent. As they get down there, they get one shot and then they lose the rebound, or they have a turnover and not have an opportunity to get multiple looks at the ball at the hoop.
Hey, the freshman is human.
Yeah.
That one
big
off.
Rebound there for the Spartans.
Yeah, had to fight for it big time, but able to corral it there were the Spartans.
Another turnover.
Yep, goes into the backcourt.
And it's just that inconsistency that they are having right now. It's becoming really difficult. I'm sure Coach Locke has been, you know, trying to figure out a combination that will work, or just get them to slow down and play within themselves. But right now, it just seems so haywire. They just can't quite, you know, get everything going in one direction.
4.5 minutes since Spartans have put the ball through the cylinder. Williams, again, a great backdoor cut to find Campoli. Help defense was blocked by Santini, but then Campoli left all alone. Can't leave him especially alone on the block.
Nice look down low. Joe was just waiting for the pass, was able to put it right in.
Joe Campoli coming in, averaging 17 per game.
Another
he's got
turnover.
13, and he's got a steal. He's going to go 1-on-2. He's going to go around the back, can't get the layup to go. And you have a whistle and a push on the rebound.
You've got to love the creativity. He knew he had to get to the left side, so he went around to try with the left hand and just came just a little short of a spectacular possible Melee chiropractic play of the game.
I hate to tell you, that wouldn't have been possible. That would have been guaranteed. and what's crazy about that, Tim, is that wasn't just for show. Like, he needed to do that.
He needed to get to the left side.
I'm not sure I've ever seen that done where it needed to happen like that.
Right.
Just could not finish it, unfortunately. Brody Budai in at the last whistle there for Shenango. Ty Kunselman in for the first time for the Spartans. Also is Adam Kuth, but another Spartan turnover. Both teams in double-digit turnovers in the first half. And we're going to whistle on the fouls. Drew Proctor will go to the line. He's going to get a chance for his first points of the season, Tim.
Yeah, you know what? He comes in, he gives them a nice feel. Now, I like the idea of having both Proctors on the court together and see how they can interact. Maybe you can get one more on the wing, maybe one more inside. You know, as an offensive rebounder, it will be interesting to see how it works. There is the first points of the season there for Drew.
And again, I think one of the keys, both these teams really need to get to the line a little bit more for what their coaches would like. But, you know, it's like anything. You got to see a ball go in sometimes to really get yourself into a rhythm.
Yeah, it's exactly it.
And that's not for one game, for entire season, right?
Well, that's the thing. Getting to the line can really open up shooting for any team. That is why when you see a team struggle, usually from the line, they're struggling from the outside to begin with. But once they are able to hit 2 or 3 in a row, it kind of settles them down and puts them in position to score.
Good hesitation move from Shearer, but it's poked away from him and out of bounds. It will stay with the Spartans with just under 12 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Tyler Shearer doing a nice penetration there. So we haven't seen a lot of that here in the last 4 or 5 minutes. This is what the Spartans need to do. They have to get inside that lane, maybe pick up a foul themselves, get to the line, and try to score.
Inbound from Gilmore. It's at the feet, though, of his teammate. He rolls to Shearer somehow. Can't get it to go. 6 seconds left as the rebound brought down by George. He's going to play in time. He can go right to the rack, off the window and in. Braden George caps off a spectacular first half for the Wildcats. So you take a look at your LCAP instant replay. He goes coast to coast to beat the buzzer. 45-13 your score at the halftime break. Tim, real quick before we go to our break. 22 points in the first quarter against Neshannock. They scored 24 the rest of the game on Tuesday night. How about 21 in the first quarter today, but 24 in the second quarter? That's the response you wanted to see from Coach Chez's Wildcats.
And exactly, and they got it from multiple players. Brandon George coming alive in the second quarter with some big points, leading all scorers with 15 was huge for them here in the second quarter. And then coming off the bench, Tegan Russell with the 3 trays. This is what we were talking about coming in. Neshannock was able to take away those extra shooters and really made it difficult on Campoli in after that first quarter. He only scored like 4 points in the game after the first, so it was really difficult for them to get any offense, to get anything from other players here tonight. And that's going to be really key for them to be successful as they move forward, not just tonight against the Spartans, but as they continue to build and get ready for these holiday tournaments. But first, they got to finish this one off.
45-13 your halftime score. The Cats end the first half on an 18-0 run. We're going to step aside, be back in a moment. Here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, it's powered by LCAP.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
your Shenango Wildcat majorettes and the mini majorettes, as they are calling them here. Nothing mini about the scoreline, though, for Shenango. 7 of 11 from downtown, Tim. They have a 45-13 advantage here at the half. Let's get right into our scoring recap. See who has the edge so far in the scoring with our Creative Edge scoring recap. For Laurel, leading is Mason Ernst with 5. He's the only player for Laurel with multiple buckets. The only other field goal scored in the game, one for Jaden Iorio, he's got 2 points, and one for Tyler Fuchs, and one for Lucas Santini. Those are the only other field goals scored in the frame. Gilmore also with 2 to round out the Laurel scoring. For Shenango, 15 points for Braden George. It's above his season average. 2 twos, 2 threes on the evening so far. 13 for Joe Campoli, 9 for Tegan Russo, 3 for 4 from downtown, 2 for Sam Patton, Drew Proctor, and 4 for Gavin Bruce. There's your first half scoring recap brought to you by Creative Edge. Call 724-652-1372 for full information on their fully licensed and insured architecture and construction management services. Incredible is, I guess, one way to put it, but the biggest key, no doubt about it, is the fact that when you got somebody like Tegan Russo who is shooting like that, that's the third scorer that you need, and especially someone who's coming off of the bench to be able to provide that sort of scoring is absolutely clutch for this Wildcat team.
And that is something that Coach Locke is going to have to be talking about here at halftime for the Spartans, is they can't allow, a Tegan Russo to be wide open and get uncontested 3 looks. As when he is open, he can hit that shot, and he's going to be that instant offense off the bench here for Shenango. And you got to give Shenango credit. They were active in the passing lanes the entire game. They contested every possession. They were creating turnovers. They're giving themselves opportunities to score points, and they did here tonight. And more importantly, from outside, they were just ridiculously hot. And then when they worked it inside in the second quarter, they were able to use Joe Campoli and Braden George down low and get some easy buckets. A couple of them were breakaway buckets. But the bottom line is that's exactly what they needed to do. Coach Shev, I'm sure, is excited about all that. If you're the Spartans in the second half, you're up against a running clock in 2 quarters. The only way it's going to be stopped is when there's a foul and you're at the line. So it's going to be imperative for them to, when they have the ball in their hands, to drive to the lane to see if they can pick up some fouls early in the quarter and try to get into the bonus, because I think that's really the best strategy they're going to have to try to get back into it, because it's difficult when you have that 6th man as a running clock against you when you're down big.
Let's take a look at our Newcastle Transit Authority going your way out of town scoreboard. Why drive when you can relax and ride with daily routes to Pittsburgh as well as routes all around Lawrence County? The other games going on in section play tonight. Union at Olsh. Game that's being played at Cornell because Olsh does not have a home court all year. 38-28, the halftime lead for Olsh over Union. They've actually doubled that advantage. The Chargers up by 20 over the Scotties now early in the third quarter. The other games going on, the other game I should say going on right now in Class 2A, Neshannock at Rochester, looking for a score update on that one. In Class 3A, Mohawk, no game for them tonight. Elwood City at New Brighton, they lead the Lions 25-23 at intermission. Also halftime scores in District 10. Wilmington 21-16 over West Middlesex. How about that? Trying to maintain the perfect season to start the year in their first region game of the year. And the Canes at Butler. Newcastle Butler, always a fun game, no doubt about it. Newcastle with a 33-29 advantage over the Golden Tornado. Real quick, there are 2 games tomorrow, both girls games. Neshannock hosts Armstrong at 1:30, and the Laurel Lady Spartans hosting Wilmington at 2:30. Both of the Neshannock and Laurel huddle streams will have coverage of those ones. While we have a moment, why don't we take a look at what the holiday tournaments do look like for the boys real quick. Laurel will be playing in the Wilmington tournament. That's on Saturday and Monday next weekend, featuring Laurel, Wilmington, Freedom, and the Academy of Urban Scholars. That's on Saturday and Monday. Neshannock hosting a tournament that'll have them, Union, Burrell, and Grove City. That's on Friday and Saturday, as are these other 2. Sharon hosting Mohawk, Sharon, Kiski, and Greenville, and Mercer is hosting one with Kennedy, Clarion Limestone, and Elwood City. Shenango coach Chez just told me he wasn't on the schedule, but they're going up to Hickory for a tournament up there. On the girls' side, also all on Friday and Saturday, Shenango girls host a tournament here, and that's going to be a fun one. We're going to get some coverage of that. We'll not broadcast, we'll get some coverage on social media. Shenango, Elwood, Laurel, and Riverside all part of that tournament. The Southside tournament will feature Mohawk and Union traveling down to take on Southside and Brentwood on Friday and Saturday. And then a Hickory tournament, that's where Neshannock will be playing against Hickory and Maplewood. Newcastle not in an official tournament, but they do play at Geneva on Monday the 30th as part of a doubleheader. Neshannock girls play Beaver Falls, and then Newcastle taking on the Dice, Alderdice High School from the Pittsburgh City League. That'll be a fun little challenge before the new year for Coach Blundo's squad.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great to see all these tournaments and opportunities to see some different teams play against each other and opportunity to challenge your team, and keep them sharp during this winter break that they're all going to be experiencing. And that's really the key of these tournaments. Not only do you get a chance to play out of conference and not really hurt yourself, more than else you can challenge yourself, work on different things, and hopefully get some wins along the way and build some confidence as you get back into play come January.
Right now, confidence, that has to be the word that Coach Locke is using in his head. Got to get just some sort of positive here in this second half as the clock is going to continue to run for the rest of the game. There's a potential steal. Could have been confidence inspiring there, but unable to get to it and leaving a wide open Braden George as a result. His three-pointer is off the mark. Rebound dragged down there by Ernst. Drive in, nice Euro step and jump stop for Santini, but he can't get it to go. The team's leading scorer, only 2 points. Actually, it's the first 2 points of the game for the Spartans. Even when it goes right for Laurel, it goes wrong, as it will look like it was stolen by Ernst, but somehow ends in the hands of Proctor.
Yeah, it's just one of those scenarios where right place, the right time for Proctor, and he was able to put it in.
Feels like Groundhog Day, though we're getting close to Christmas. Things going well for Laurel. They are doing the right things, but just not quite getting the execution.
Yeah, actually, their last possession, even though they missed that shot, it was really their best look at the basket they've had in a while. I think, again, it's going to be key for them to get into the lane like that. Hopefully make some shots, but more importantly, I think it's going to be important if they can pick up some fouls along the way.
Again, the clock does not stop the rest of the way. It's about the only time I can say Matt Flannery made a mistake all year. How about that? We waited until December 20th.
Well, you got to get it in before the year ends.
Yeah, well, last broadcast for the 2024 year for us. Ernst, no good on the shot. Good attempt on the save from Gilmore, but unable to get it off of a Shenango body. Gavin Bruce, the lefty, for three. Back iron, no good. Rebound again, somehow in the hands of a Shenango player. Good defensive position by Ernst to knock it away, though, from Sam Patton on the putback.
Yeah. Patton, just good positioning.
Nice spin move, left-handed layup is up and in.
Aiden Fuchs.
First bucket for Aiden Fuchs in the game, and that ends literally in 8 minutes of game time without a bucket for the Spartans.
Yeah, that's what they needed, though. They got an open lane, and he took it right to the hole.
8 minutes and 20 seconds to be exact. Three-pointer is short there from Proctor. 7 of 12 from beyond the arc in the first half. Nothing doing here to start the second half, and ball is going to be knocked out of bounds. Possession back over to the Wildcats.
I think when they look at this game on tape, for Coach Locke, he's going to see opportunities where they try to just be too fine, try to get it into small spaces when they had lanes available to take it to the hole. Now, Aiden had a lane there and chose to try to be unselfish, and that unselfishness actually cost them a chance to score.
Right wing and an open three, but Coach Chez didn't like what he saw. He's going to take a timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll take a quick one here as well. All Cats here at McNeese Gymnasium on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my ex driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
Since 1911, the City Rescue Mission has been serving our community by providing food for the hungry, shelter for the homeless, and hope for the lost. We continue to love all that come through our doors, extending mercy and providing grace just as God has done for each of us, serving with a compassionate heart and sharing the good news of the gospel and the hope we all have in Jesus Christ, just like we've done since 1911. We can't do this alone, and we continue to need your help.
I know it's hoop season, but your out-of-town scoreboard now going to the gridiron. How about Jeremiah Love, a 98-yard touchdown run. The Irish take a 7-0 lead over Indiana as the college football playoffs begin. We appreciate if you're tuning in watching us. Get you some score updates on that. Don't worry, you'll miss the first quarter of football, and that's fine.
Oh, yeah, there's plenty of action here going on.
Up and down the court the way this game started, but then shots not falling for Laurel. All Shenango in quarter number 2.
We got a Lawrence County battle going on instead of the Battle of Indiana, you know?
Yeah. Take your pick. For the third time, Gavin Bruce goes down to the floor, and now Mason Ernst takes a tumble near midcourt.
Exactly.
Body blow to body blow. And Proctor's slow to get up as well. I know that it's a running clock, but guess what? You got county rivals. They're not letting anything go. No love lost whatsoever. Patton's 3-ball off the mark. Campoli, another offensive rebound, another putback, another bucket.
Yeah, Campoli's just working hard down underneath tonight, getting offensive rebounds and just really being a force down low. We've seen him be hot from outside, but tonight he's doing a workman's job down underneath.
Shearer goes right wing. We're going to have a pushing foul, between the circles. Campoli picking up his second. Adam Kruth checking back in for Laurel. Coach Locke, his 13th year at his alma mater. I love this. How many coaches in the county coaching at their alma mater right now?
Not very many.
Actually, it's the other way around. All of a sudden, it's a lot.
All of a sudden, you're right. It is a lot, but I mean, usually does not happen is what I was trying to say.
You're right, yeah, but in the county, it all of a sudden is.
Yeah.
We enjoy that. It gives an extra bit of love. You know, you're going to see the extra energy.
The community so well.
Nice bounce pass in transition. Williams, though, shot a little bit short. Can't get it to go. And Coach Ches at Shenango, 2008 graduate of Shenango. Coach Locke, 1995 graduate at Laurel. You also have Coach Blundo at Newcastle, a Nika High grad. And Coach Stanley at Union, his second stint, I think 18 total years now for Coach Stanley at Union.
Yeah, amazing. Speaking of one of the teams I have not had a chance to see yet, as Union. Looking forward to it. They're off to a hot start.
Yeah, they are. They suffered their first loss on Wednesday against Mohawk in a non-section game, and they're having a tough time down on the road against Olsh right now. Last look, trailing by 20 in the third quarter. That ball poked away on the steal by Braden George. Gets it down low in amongst the trees. It's Patton, and then we're going to get a pushing foul on the rebound. Fourth foul of the quarter against Shenango.
Yeah, Gavin Bruce working hard down underneath, trying to get some room, but was unable to do it.
I'll talk about the energy. Just watch Coach Ches, as his team's on defense especially. Saw it a lot in the first half. It looked like he wanted to get back out there. He was in such a defensive stance. Line change coming in for the Spartans. Looks like it's going to be Kuth staying in. Gilmore coming back in there as well as Kunselman. Tyler Fuchs also re-entering the game. And in for the first time is Jackson Jones. Jackson Jones, who, if we gave a JV play of the game, he would have won it with one of the crazy layups that he was able to make there late in that contest.
Unfortunately, that ball goes right through the wickets there, and another turnover here for the Spartans.
Brody Budai will re-enter, and a multitude of other Shenango Wildcats. Nick Garzewski and Jordan Young in the game.
So some of the younger players getting an opportunity here, and we got a double dribble, and I'll turn the ball over.
First turnover of the quarter for Shenango, and Campoli will now be able to check out, and Drew Proctor check back in. cool for a moment. You had a bunch of freshmen and sophomores out there with your team's leading scorer and senior, and it was the senior who made a mistake, Tim.
Yeah, well, that's basketball when you least expect it.
That's Jones. He's pickpocketed there by Tegan Russo. Turnovers continue to add up for the Spartans. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Open in the corner, kind of went through his hands. Good job to track it back down, though, by Garzinski. Drew Proctor, nice crossover. Drives into the lane, kicks it back out to the corner for Budai. Budai drives in. He puts it up and in. Rudy Budai gets his name into the scoring column. Down to 5 seconds remaining. On the wing with Jones. Jones looks for the backdoor cut, finds it in. Kuth puts it up with the buzzer, but it's off the mark, no good. 3 quarters played, 51-15, your score. Back in a moment on Lawrence County SportsNet. We're powered by LCAP.
Congratulations to our November LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Wilmington football as the November LCAP Team of the Month after winning the District 10 football championship for the first time since 2020. Congratulations to Coach Brandon Fillion and the Wilmington football team, our November LCAP Team of the Month.
Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
8 minutes on the clock, fourth quarter coming your way, 51-15, your score here at Bill McNeese Gymnasium. All Shenango from the get-go, but unlike Tuesday night, Tim, they kept the foot on the throttle in the second quarter, and they were able to pull away and really take control.
Didn't let them down here in the second and third quarters as they were able to really control that and turn it into offense. And then going to give them a lot of credit. They worked down below. Joe Campoli, Braden George, Gavin Bruce, all underneath, getting some big plays here for Shenango. I thought it was really key for them here in tonight's game.
Stepping on the sideline, unfortunately there for Shenango, is Garchinski, and that's going to be turnover number 13 for Shenango. They've cut that down as it was a very turnover-prone first half for both teams, but Shenango was able to capitalize on more of them, turning them into points, led 45-13 at the intermission. So going to JV play the rest of the way. Shenango won a very good JV game, 40-35. And now on a foul, a chance to get some points at the line for Jackson Jones. Apologize. Thought it was in the act of shooting. Calling on the floor.
Yeah.
So no free throws for Jack, who does average 3 points per game, actually. Ball on the floor. Good job by Gilmore to fight for it. Gets it off to Jones with 6:45 remaining. Last section games before the new year. Section play will resume on the 2nd for the ladies, on the 3rd for the boys in 2025.
And there's another turnover going over the timeline.
And into the 3rd row. Coming after the game, we will announce our Maley Chiropractic play of the game. Visit Doctors Mitch Maley, Chris Argero, or Kelsey Argero. Voted best of the best chiropractor in Lawrence County. And congrats again to the newlyweds, the Argeros. Drive in off the window, and good, strong move from Jordan Young. 9 players in the book now for the Wildcats. As Coach Ches about to get his first win at home in section play.
There you go.
And I'll tell you what, very fitting, and I'm going to have to tell a fun little story here at our next break. Very fitting the way Shenango shot the basketball. It was very Brian Ches-like, I guess the best way to put it. 18-footer. Nice soft touch for the second bucket for Tyler Fuchs.
Now, right now, if you're Spartans, you just want to continue to play what you've been taught. Try to get your hands into the passing lanes like that. Get some turnovers, get your offense back in, and see what you can develop here.
Gilmore left alone. His three, though, is a little bit short. Good tap out, and in transition goes Brody Budai. Gets to the hoop, a little too strong, but there for the putback is Garczynski. Make it 10 players now who have scored tonight. Is Garczynski able to put that one back and in?
Another steal and
trying to go up and under, no good on the shot, but a putback attempt and a soft roll, back-to-back buckets for Garczynski.
Yeah.
And he's going to have substitutions just to get a couple of new players into the game. Looks like Cozy Fennick in for the Spartans. And also in for the first time, Angelo Pardick, it looks like, in for the Wildcats. Tyler Stewart also in there. He's the one bringing it across the timeline for the Spartans. Swings over to the right wing for Nick Fedrizzi. Top of the key, three on the way. Back iron, no good for Adam Kuth. Out of bounds, last touch by Shenango. Talking about Coach Ches, joked about the sharp shooting. Actually, I believe it was Coach Locke, who was my JV coach, or it might have been ninth grade. I don't remember for sure, but there was a game where I was the one supposed to be guarding Ches, and I say supposed to for a reason, because
you didn't do a good job?
Well,
you did the best job you could. Huh?
Let's say 3 threes in a row. I'll say I did a good job on one of them. First one, wide open. Second one, wide open. Third one, I was on him like Hoosiers. I knew what flavor gum he was chewing. Didn't matter.
There's Russell with 2.
Russo now in double figures.
Yeah. Digging with a big game here for the Wildcats.
And there is that third scorer that you were looking for. He has a game with 13 points earlier on the year, 11 now tonight.
Another steal opportunity.
Yeah, opportunity on the steal, but good job to fight back for it. Now it finally is stolen away. Headman pass, able to get it up. Garczynski, he wants more. Can't get it to go. Kuth, can he save him going out of bounds? No, he cannot. He almost takes out athletic director Jan Budai over there. He didn't even flinch, did he?
No, never he moved.
Unfortunately, it's 3 straight section games with 20-plus turnovers for the Spartans.
Yeah, that's something that they're going to have to work on to clean up.
Russo can't get it to go, but an offensive rebound for Pardick. Garczynski, he's going to take another shot off the mark, no good. Laurel will grab the rebound. That's Cozy Fennick with the rebound. Outlet pass nearly stolen away. Good job to fight back for it by Jack Jones, and then he's going to get fouled in the backcourt. So Shenango's going to go to 2-1 in section play. Laurel will drop to 0-3. They've played some tough opponents to start the year, no question about it here, but it's going to be.
Yeah, maybe when they get back home, they could get some Spartan love there.
Yeah, well, they'll be happy for a little bit of a break with the holiday break coming up, though. Again, we'll be in the Wilmington tournament. Will the Laurel Spartans try to regroup, trying to regather themselves before the second half of the season. Shenango again going up to Hickory for their tournament, we were told. And they're going to have the big ones coming up after the break. That first set of games Friday at Union. We'll be there for that one, by the way. And then they host Olsh the following Tuesday. .90 seconds remaining here. Able to spin away from that one is Jason Williams. Little floater from the elbow. Gets it to fall.
Yeah. He gets on the scoreboard.
Lost count now. I believe that's 10 different Wildcats who have scored tonight.
I got 11.
11. That's right. Garczynski was the 10th. Yeah. That one knocked away, but then off the leg of Jack Jones and out of bounds. The other games going on tonight, again at last shot, we saw Newcastle leading Butler by 4 at the half. Olsh was controlling Union in the second half, so it looks like Union will get their first section loss. Looking for a Neshannock-Rochester score when we can get one here as well. Pickpocketed there, Jack Jones will go uncontested up and in. to get his first bucket of the night. But overall, it's going to be a very Merry Christmas for Coach Brian Ches and Shenango.
Yep, they were able to turn their week around, had a tough roll over in Neshannock, come home and take on the Spartans and dominate from the opening moments to the end of the game.
Nice pass there for Laurel.
Kuth with the bucket.
Tyler Stewart with the nifty pass. Actually want to go back because I think it was Stewart who made that great pass that we were talking about to get it to Jack Jones in that JV game. But that'll be the final score, the final bucket of the game. Shenango able to continue their success, make it 7 straight now over the Spartans. 61-21, your final score. We'll take a break, come back, post-game show, scoring recap, and a couple of awards to give out when we return on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Here at Shenango, the teachers and staff love their Wildcats. In the classroom or wearing the blue and gold, we have their back, and we wish the Cats the best this season.
This video is brought to you by the Shenango Area Education Association.
Laurel teachers support all of our athletes
on and off the field.
All right, okay.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Madur and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenopleopole or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win, proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
That was awesome.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do?
We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
Here on the Tri-County Principals post-game show on Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Your final score was 61-21. Laurel with a couple buckets there late. All right, now I can yell at Matt twice. Beautiful. Not yelling much at Shenango. I'll tell you what, they did what they needed to do tonight. They hit shots early. They kept the throttle going. They were able to convert in both the first and second quarters, and they come away with a 61-21 win over Laurel to go 2-1 here tonight, Tim. And one of the big keys to the game that we talked about, those works in progress keys to the game right at the get-go, was they needed to get the consistent scoring, and they needed to find really a third consistent scorer. Well, you get 11 in the scorebook. I think that speaks volumes, but the way that they were hitting the threes and Tegan Russo draining 3 big ones in the first half was clutch for it.
It really was. It really what happened by having Tegan Russo being able to be a threat from the outside, it brings all that defense out and opens up the middle, and that's what happened in the second quarter. And that's when Joe and Braden went to work. You know, Joe Campoli had a big second quarter down low and followed up with George. He got a couple breakaways and was able to put the ball in, and it was able to work down low again. I thought that was really key for their success here tonight. And one of the things you got to really like is just they really forced a lot of turnovers here tonight.
Yeah, how about this? We like this as well. We get a chance to talk with Coach before the game, and we're going to get a chance to talk with Coach Ches after the game. Coach, you hear me all right?
Yeah, how's it going?
It's going. I want to ask how it's going with you. A 61-21 win tonight. We talked about it before the game. You started hot against Neshannock.
Yep.
Adjustments kind of went against you. You came out strong, though, again tonight and kept it going in the second quarter. You had to be proud of the way your team played.
Yeah, man, our defense. We build off our defense. You know, if our defense ain't solid, we're not solid. Okay, we got all our points, transition, got the ball out, ran a lot of steals. Jason Williams, I thought, gave us a lot defensively. Braden George gave us a lot transition defensively, and started with that.
Yeah, Braden George, talk about him. 15 points in the first half. Knocking out a couple threes, though, for you that were real big. What's going on with the three-point shooting? It looked like Brian Ches shooting out there for a minute.
I don't know about that, but yeah, Braden George, it's all a confidence thing. You know, if he's confident, he's going to knock it down. If he goes in second-guessing himself, that's when he struggles. But if he goes in confident, he can make it, and I'm confident in him to make it as well.
You mentioned about the defense leading to the offense. You know, forced over 20 turnovers here tonight. You can just tell the intensity that you instill in your players. I mean, just talk about, again, with 8 seniors on the roster, I'm sure every practice is just that intense as well.
Yeah, we've been doing it since the summer, since I got the job. Defense, that's what we preach. You know, we're not the greatest skilled offensive team, but we win with defense. So we have to do it every day. We have to get better every day as a team versus each other. You know, there's times at practice we get into it, you know, going after each other pretty hard. So that's what we preach every day. And, you know, it showed here the last couple of games. I thought we played pretty well defensively.
You know, your offense in the first quarter, 5 of 7 from outside the arc, which really forced, I thought, the Spartans to come out to try to defend it and open up the inside. And I thought you had both Joe and Braden take advantage of that and get some great positioning, get some second shots, and we're able to put some away.
Yeah, Campoli, he gets going. He can score from multiple levels. You know, he gets some from deep, and then he gets some inside as well. But, yeah, when he gets going, that gets us going, right? Because, you know, defense got to concentrate on him more, and it frees up some other guys for some easier looks as well.
And big stuff on the offensive rebound. I mean, talk about Joe, especially on the glass. I had him for 6 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, Joe can get after it, man. When he has a mindset, he's going to get it. He's going to get it. You know, he's a great athlete. Kid, you know, when he wants it, he can do it. So it's all the mindset he has. If he wants it, he's going to get it.
You talk about your freshman. Little in the numbers, but not in terms of the scoring tonight. 3 big threes help you out in that first half as well.
Oh, the kid can shoot it. He puts more time in than anyone I know. You know, he practicing every day, 300 makes a day. You know, he was doing. And, you know, he wasn't making a lot up to this point, but we know he's capable, and that's why he's out there. So he's young. You know, it's going to come with time, and that confidence, I think, is what he needs. He needs to see that ball go through the hoop, and I think that was good for him tonight.
So 2-1 in section play heading into the holiday break. Tell us again your holiday plans now.
Yeah, we go to Hickory Christmas tournament. We got a tough one there. Our non-league schedule's been brutal. You know, our record's not great, but we played like three 4A opponents already, and then we got another one. We got Hickory coming up, and then win or lose, we'd play Eden Christian or Mercier's Prep. So should be a good tournament out there. Then we go back after the break and come back with Union. So, you know, we got to get better for them. They're tough. Obviously one of the best players in the league. So we got to get better, you know, if we're going to be able to hang with them.
Talk real quick about a Lawrence County rival. I mean, you know it as good as anybody of what it's like to play in one of these games. And now, what do you see similar, or from the coaching aspect, and what are some of the things that then all of a sudden you remember, like, oh yeah, that happens when these rivalries happen?
Yeah.
We lose you there?
Yeah, a little.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I mean, it was nice. We had a decent crowd tonight. Getting that crowd and getting them, getting our guys going. It's nice to have that during these local rival games. I think it brings our energy up, and it's fun atmosphere for the kids to be able to play behind that.
And a few familiar faces I saw from our age coming back to check out the team too, right?
Yeah. A couple of my buddies come out, come back and support the guys. But it's nice to see them here, and
I'm sure giving you a hard time because.
Always, yeah. After the game, my brother obviously played here too, but he's always like critiquing me. He's my biggest critique.
Well, you're not getting him on the staff? What's going on here?
He's an accountant, so he really can't. It's a bad time of the year to be
fair enough.
Yeah.
One final question for you, Coach. Just, again, 2-1. You got a couple big ones coming up after the holiday break, but just dissect the rest of the year and what you expect to see from your team, and especially in section play.
Like I told you, I think every night we got to come out and give it. Like we got to start with our defense. Everything starts with our defense. If we don't come out and defend hard a night, we can lose to anyone. Like this Laurel team, we may have beat them tonight, but we could go there in the second half and lose to them if we don't come out and defend, set the tone right away. In all the games, Olsh obviously is going to be up there. The Shannock's really, really good. We played them already. Got Union coming up, and some of the Beaver County teams again. So, got to take it one game at a time. Do your job. We told them don't lose focus. On this game tonight, be focused in each and every game we play. And I thought we took a big step tonight in the right direction.
Yeah, big step, a 61-21 win tonight. Coach Chez, congratulations. Thanks for joining us, man.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate being on with you.
Absolutely. And I don't like this water. I need some new. I need some better ones there.
Yeah, we'll get you some Penn Ohio for next time.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, thank you, and happy holidays.
You too. Yeah, we will see you coming up at that Union game after the holiday break. Tim, impressive stuff tonight.
It really was a great all-around game here from Shenango. As Coach mentioned, starts with his defense. They were able to get into passing lanes, cause some turnovers, really cause the Spartans really have a chance to do what they wanted to do offensively, and in the process, it gave the Wildcats the opportunity to turn it into transitional points and really set the pace. And then, when you get to shooting like they did from all over, inside and outside, that's difficult. That's difficult to defend. The only thing they didn't do, and it's not their fault, it was just when you're shooting that well, you're not going to get to the line.
Yeah.
And that's a good and bad thing. I mean, if you want to say one thing, they want to get to the line probably more in a tight game, but in a game like this, if you're shooting this well, you're going to just take the points and move on.
Let's real quick look at our Gem Master Builders and Craftsmen scoring recap. 15 points each for Joe Campoli and Braden George. I got Campoli with 6 offensive rebounds as well in the game. George's points all coming in the first half, by the way. 11 for Tegan Russo, including 3 of 6 from downtown. Hit his first 3 shots from beyond the arc. 4 points for Gavin Bruce, 4 points for Nick Gerchewski, and then 2 each for Jason Williams, Drew Proctor, Sam Patton, Jackson Proctor, Brody Brudai, and Jordan Young. 11 different players scoring for Coach Chez here tonight. Laurel led by Mason Ernst with 5, Tyler Fuchs with 4 off the bench, and then 2 each for Lucas Santini, Jaden Iorio, Aiden Fuchs, Seth Gilmore, and Jack Johns to round out the Spartan scoring. Shenango led 21-9 at the end of 1. They led 45-13 at the half and run away to a 61-21 victory. We got to take one more break. When we come back, we will give our Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game and our MVP Insurance MVP of the Game here at lcsportsnet.com, powered by LCAP.
Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Mohawk distance runner Jackson Shaydale as the November Red Zone Athlete of the Month for winning his 2nd straight PIAA Cross Country Championship. Jackson also qualified for the Nike Cross Country National Championship this month. Congratulations and best of luck to Mohawk's Jackson Shaydale, the November Red Zone Athlete of the Month.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenia Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Principal's post-game show here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP, as we continue it going with a 61-21 victory for Shenango. Let's get right into it. We'll start with our Mainly Chiropractic play of the game, Tim. Overall, the shooting was impressive in that first half and in the first quarter. I believe it was 5 of 6 or 6 of 7 at one point that they shot from beyond the arc. But it was taking Russo off the bench. I think that was the big key. Not only because, just an extra shooter, but they needed that third scorer, and he provided it tonight with those 3 balls early.
Yeah, Tegan did a great job being that outlet on the outside and be able to get open looks and nailing it down. Hitting 3 here in the first half, scoring in double digits here tonight. So he is tonight's Mainly Chiropractic Play of the Game award for his 3-pointers. Mainly Chiropractic is proud to announce tonight's Play of the Game award to Tegan Russo of Shenango, as Mainly Chiropractic and Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Tegan tonight with tonight's Play of the Game. He'll receive a customized t-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of tonight's Play of the Game. Video of tonight's Play of the Games will be featured on the Trip Live High School Sports Network standout platform on Twitter and Instagram. View tonight's Mainly Chiropractic's Play of the Game and a full list of this year's Play of the Games. Go to lcsportsnet.com, click on Play of the Game. Congratulations again to Tegan Russo for tonight's Play of the Game. The Mainly Chiropractic Play of the Game. Let Mainly Chiropractic keep you in the game.
For your MVP Insurance MVP of the game, we got to add a letter, MVPs. MVPs of the game, because 15 points each. Joe Campoli, Braden George, they both were so stellar, especially George in the early going. Campoli consistent. Not that there was really much going into the second half whatsoever, but George started off.
The damage was done in the first half.
Yeah, the damage was done. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. But George getting the points early as that secondary scorer, Campoli doing his thing on the glass. We had to go both ways. I think I was impressed with how both of those guys played with each other tonight.
Yeah, they certainly were. They were really important to that. I mean, that was something that they did not have Tuesday night at Neshannock, and they had it in the first quarter and then lost it the rest of the game. Tonight they had it for the entire game, and especially in the first 2 quarters. They scored 24 points in the second quarter after scoring 21 in the first. It was an impressive outing here tonight for those two with a combined 30 points total. So congratulations to both Joe Campoli and
Braden.
Carl Braden, excuse me, as they both had a big game, as Braden George and Campoli both doing a great job and earning our MVP award.
Caught you off guard there. They both win our MVP Insurance MVP of the Game award. They just got their customized T-shirts courtesy of the Red Zone for being tonight's MVP Insurance MVP of the game. And again, you can get the full list by going to lcsportsnet.com/awards. Congratulations, Joe Campoli and Braden George, your MVP Insurance MVPs of the game. Call MVP for the win. That wraps up the year 2024 here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Big shout out to Ash Pistache, as well as Garrett Dolan, our camera operators tonight. Got to give a shout out to basically our entire crew here this fall and into the winter months. Have been absolutely stellar for us. Can't thank our production crew and our broadcasters enough for everything that they have done here for us at lcsportsnet.com. Lee, J. Moan, glad they're not here tonight. You know, I've had enough. Big shout out to them, Eric Thomas, Ty Polk, for all that they've done with us this year. And, of course, my colleague tonight here, Tim Continenza. Was that? Thank you. Big thanks there. We'll talk about that coming up in the
near future.
In the very near future. But, again, best of luck to everybody over the holiday break. Happy holidays and Happy New Year to everybody across Lawrence County and across the world, whether you're watching us here in town or across the country or across the globe, as we have seen. Tonight, you saw Shenango with a 61-21 victory against Shenango. We'll be playing in the Hickory Christmas Tournament. Laurel will be playing in Wilmington's Holiday Tournament as well. Again, your final score is 61-21 for the entire SportsNet crew. And my colleague Tim Continenza, I'm James Dotson saying so long and stay tuned. We'll be back on January 3rd for a triple header. Boys-girls doubleheader for Union and Newcastle taking on Seneca Valley. Had to think about it for a second. Seneca Valley to start the year, but that is Shenango at Union to start 2024. So we're going to start 2024 the same way we went out of 2024. 2025 begins with the Cats. Will it be the year of the Cat? We will find out. It was the night of the Cat. 61-21. I'm James Dotson. So long. Stay tuned. Great stuff coming. Thanks for joining us, and have a happy holiday season. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.